All right, everyone. So this, I don't know when this is coming out. This could be one of the coolest things we ever do. However, it is probably a pretty stupid idea what we're doing today. So we're here at the JustPressPlay store. Now, what's interesting about this is I just left for too many games. Probably like 2 hours ago. This is kinda on the way back home, kinda not. But the thing is, we have like an 8-hour drive still. I'm supposed to edit day 3 of too many games. So my whole point in telling you all this is because of this, I'm probably gonna be up till like 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning because we came to the store. But if you remember the Too Many Games videos, we went to this booth, they had so many Switch games, and we found out that they had Fantasy Life until they sold out of it when Roger bought the last one, as he tells me they had Fantasy Life for the Switch. So we're here to see if they have that still, and we'll just see what the store is. The store seems to be huge. Looks like they took the Goodwill outlet I have no idea what it is. But to me, looking at the parking lot, looking at the store, it looks like they took a Goodwill outlet and turned it into a video game store. If I'm right about that, that's gonna be pretty crazy. But look at this place, it's huge. Let's check it out.
Hello friends, Editor Max here, flexing my Nintendo Switch 2 hat that you definitely do not have. This is gonna be awkward if someone in the comments is like, huh, I have that hat. The reason why I'm here is to tell you, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel as we're trying to hit 22,000 subscribers by the end of July. Enjoy this awesome game store, one of the biggest stores I have ever been to.
Okay, there's something I'm already loving about this store. They have art all around the store, but this is the cool part to me. If you come over here, they have the iconic Smash Bros thing where, oh, new challenger approaching. Your art could be here. You could submit their art. It'd be really cool if somehow someone watching this video submits their art and it ends up on here. But I don't think I've ever seen someone do that before, so that's really cool. Let's check out the store for real now. Oh my gosh. Got a Kratos statue right here. Batman Arkham Knight, that's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. How's it going? What? Okay, all right. Switch games are right here. Wow. So, I just bought this at the Too Many Games convention for $75. Hurts, not gonna lie, that one hurts. Okay, wow, they have a lot of stuff here. I need to process this in. I gotta ask if they have the one game before they sell out of it, Fantasy Life. I probably should go and ask that before I start looking at this stuff. We're gonna ask about that. Got a question. Do you guys have Fantasy Life for the Switch?
Let's see. Yes.
Okay. I'll pick that up. I'm still looking around, but I just wanted to make sure you guys had that before it sold out at the convention, like it did here, or at the convention. I don't even know where to start, dude. They got so much right here. I'm gonna go broke. I just spent so much money at the convention and now I'm here. They also have Switch 2 games right here. They have almost every single Switch 2 game available for sale here. That's pretty cool. So I was looking through the Switch games. A lot of y'all asked me if I've ever been disappointed by a game that I've played and bought and was like super pumped to play. I'll tell you one that I was disappointed by. Neon Blood. I bought this earlier this year. I was so pumped for this game. I talked very positive of it from the trailers that I had seen. I played it. It's probably one of the worst Switch games I've ever played. I've never been so let down. The battle system was horrible. The story was horrible. It looked nice, but it was like a 3-hour game. I was so disappointed, man. I got a few things right now. So I'm holding on to the thing. A lot of y'all told me to pick this one up. I've never seen the movie, but apparently it's like a horror game. Everyone was like, hey, Max, you should pick this one up. I have this right here. I don't know if I'm going to get this. It's Frog Detective, the entire mystery. It looks like a very crazy, funny game, but the reason why I'm not sure about it, the front of the cover is kind of messed up, in the back. That type of stuff is very noticeable to me. If they don't have a different cover or a different one in the back, I'm probably gonna pass on this. And then Pumpkin Jack, that's one that recently came out, I believe, through Limited Run. So I'll go ahead and pick that up. And then this is one I've been looking for, Goat Simulator 3. I was surprised that this came to the Switch, and I've been looking for the physical and can't find it anywhere. So already got a stack. This is not good, but at least I'm here. So I was just looking at these games. I'm like, wow, this is a lot. I'm already spending a lot here, but fortunately, we're almost done with the Switch games. The person holding the camera is like, Max, you should probably look to your right. Whole nother section of Switch games. I feel like I can safely say out of every store I've been to so far, this is definitely the biggest selection of Switch games that I have ever seen. So that's pretty cool. But found another one, Capcom versus SNK. Definitely picking that one up. About to go broke. Okay, so I'm barely into the store. This is all I've seen so far, but they got a Amiibo kiosk. I know my good friend Alex used to have one of these. I don't think he has it anymore, but this is the first time I've seen an Amiibo kiosk, I want to say since they were at the stores. So that's pretty cool. They got a nice selection of Amiibo. They got all the Zelda ones, and they even got the Street Fighter ones. I've never seen a game store carry the Street Fighter Amiibo ones yet, so that's pretty cool. And this is our other section of Switch games. I already have way too many games right here, but I only get to come here once a year, I guess, so I might as well just take full advantage. All right, so fortunately, there was nothing over here because I've already got a big stack of games, so I'm glad there was nothing over here that was like, ooh, I want that. We're good, we're good. By the way, apparently this is like one of the worst Nintendo Switch games of all time. I don't have the game, but everyone asked me what my thoughts were on this, and haven't played it because I don't own it, and I don't think I'm going to own it since it's apparently so bad. But they have more games behind here. These are like the more collectible, like more valuable games. Interestingly enough, I don't think I see anything that I want. I don't think. No, I don't think I see anything, but they got a bunch of collector's edition stuff. I don't like to collect the collector's edition stuff. I try to avoid games that have collector's editions unless it's something I really, really like, just because they take up so much space compared to like a regular game. And then they have, wait, where? Garbage game. Anyways, they have Nintendo Switch accessories right here. And then they got the Switch 2 stuff right here. That's pretty cool. They got the camera, Alarmo, Joy-Con systems, more collector's edition stuff. They got the Octopath collector's edition right there. I know that's pretty hard to find. All right, so as I went further down, they have the anime figurines right here. They got like the boys, the Yu-Gi-Ohs. They got it all over here. And then you turn to the right over here, they have PlayStation 5 stuff, which honestly, that might be the biggest PS5 selection I've seen. I didn't know the PS5 had so many games. You know, after really thinking about it, probably most of the PlayStation 5 games is just remastered games of the PS4. You know, sorry, I had to throw a little diss at the PS5 because that's really all the recent stuff has been, it feels like, from Sony, is just remasters of PS4 games. But they also have collector's editions at the very top. Oh my gosh, look at that Venom. It's $450. I'm not buying that, but oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay. So I think they have advanced gachapons. I don't think I've ever seen gachapons be lit up like this. I have seen some stores have the gachapons, but I think they have, again, the most gachapons I've seen at a game store. They got Kirby, Pokemon, Apex Legends, I didn't even know had gachapons, Monster Hunter, a bunch of Kirby and Pokemon. They got Sonic. Looks like it's pretty popular for them because I don't know if I'm just looking at it wrong, but a lot of this looks like they're selling out pretty fast. Looking at the inside of machines, but I'm not doing any of these today just because I feel like I don't have the greatest luck with these things, and I feel like I have everything I want when it comes to the gachapons that I've seen, at least. Okay, so we're still going through the store. Found that they have a little, I'm guessing this is like their most expensive 3DS, DS, those type of games. They got the yokai games. I know those are very expensive. So much 3DS, DS. Then go down here, there's some Virtual Boy stuff. Looks like they got Japanese Virtual Boy games. That's pretty cool. Don't see that every day. Then they got stuff all around here. Mixture of Game Boy, PS Vita, stuff like that. Come down here, more 3DS, Vita games, handhelds, complete in a box Pokemon games. Then they got U2's pins. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they made pins. Okay, so I'm doing my best to show the store off, but I'm gonna be completely honest with all of y'all. I'm not gonna have a way to film everything here because there's just so much here. Just for example, got like a wall of just dedicated PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, so much stuff. But this is something I wanted to point out because this is pretty cool. I believe these are custom-made coasters. And you got like Crash Bandicoot, Red Dead Redemption. I'm sure you could come in here and ask them to make certain games for you and they can make a coaster for you. They got more over here. That's pretty cool. I figured I would film going down this aisle at least because it's the Nintendo stuff, which, like I said, they have so much here. They have everything from toys, books, figurines, like Mega Man toys. I didn't even know Mega Man had toys, to be honest, had a toy line. They even have a bunch of horror stuff. If you look behind, you'll see Billy from the Saw series right there. That's pretty cool. They have so much here, but let's just quickly go through some of this. You got the NES stuff right here, complete in box NES games. Got 3DS games over here, some Nintendo DS. Spider-Man Battle for New York. This is one of the few Spider-Man games I have not played or beaten. I'm aware of it, but I don't think I want to pay for the game. I don't think it's that great from my understanding, so I might wait till I see it at a way cheaper price than what they had. They have for 25. That's probably what it goes for. 3DS, we already pointed that out. Super Nintendo complete in box ones, N64, Mega Man pins. Like I said, this store has a bunch of just everything you can imagine. Like, we're not going to show too much of the toys, but dedicated turtles section. I mean, look at that. Just to give you an idea of what you're expecting when you walk into this place. They have so much going on here. Then you got GameCube, Wii. Now this is like the lower end stuff. There's probably more of the expensive stuff up front. I'll try to get some of that for y'all. Got the Wii. What? Ask Iwata. Words of wisdom from Satoru Iwata, Nintendo's legendary CEO. On my business card, I am a corporate president. In my mind, I am a game developer, but in my heart, I am a gamer. Wow, did that give you chills? Did that give you chills, camera person? Wow, the camera person just does not care about what was just said there. Wow, you should see the face of the camera person. I think I might pick this up. Okay, as I was saying, back to what's going on over here. We got plushes over here. Mario Kart statue just sitting right here. That's pretty cool. One of these days, I'll pick this statue up. Guys, check this out. They have a dedicated Yu-Gi-Oh section of the store. This is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Wow, they even have GX. That's the one that I loved, so that's really cool to see. And then they have a kiosk right here that just shows you all the Pokemon stuff that they have, I guess, on a tablet or something. And then they have this billboard, find hot singles in your area, Pokemon cards 5 meters away, access the TGC kiosk, swipe through categories, add carts to your cart, select in-store pickup at checkout, we prepare your order. They got everything here. They got like an advanced system to find Pokemon cards. I don't know if I've seen that before, let alone at a game store. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so like I said, I was gonna try to get as much as I can for y'all. Got the high-end Wii U, Wii games, N64, GameCube, so much GameCube, oh my goodness gracious. And what's interesting is they're at a convention right now, so they took a lot of their inventory at the gaming convention and still have so much inventory here at the store. You got TurboGrafx stuff right here with the combination of Atari and Jaguar stuff with it. I don't know much about this stuff, so I'm not gonna show too much. I guess I'll show you guys some Dreamcast stuff. They got a lot of that over here. Some Sega Genesis. Sega CD, and then Sega Saturn with the most expensive Sega Saturn game. Panzer Dragon right here. It's pretty cool. Then you come down further, got some PlayStation 1 games. Just a lot of PlayStation 1. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. They got magnets right here. They got a Switch magnet. I think that's a magnet or a sticker, I don't know. Trading cards, we knew they had that. And then some PlayStation 4, Xbox, PlayStation 3, like the higher end stuff, of course. And then the higher end Switch games. And there's absolutely nothing I need here, which is good because I already have too much stuff to buy. So you would think that that's it, but no, of course they just have one upstairs, because why not? Let's see what they got upstairs and hope that I don't fall. I don't like heights, so I mean, I can walk upstairs, but the fact that I'm holding items while walking upstairs does make me a little bit nervous, but we're okay. What do they got going over here? The Vault is what this is called. I see that they somehow managed to get the Mario from Target. They're not supposed to have that. In fact, those Mario poles are supposed to be destroyed. So I don't know how anybody has them and why my Target still has one, because I would like that Target. Can I have the Mario pole, please? They got the Duck Hunt prototype, I think, of what it was inspired by. I'm not really sure. Got a, whoa. They got Atari games that are absolutely destroyed. E.T., Last of Us, just a bunch of just museum pieces. Kind of reminds me of like Rick's store. He has a museum of just random things from like the 80s, 90s. So that's pretty cool. Graded games, that's pretty cool. A lot of that's from Water though. I know that's a controversial company. We go through over here, got more graded games. I'm assuming these are for sale, or I don't know if it's called the Vault that they just have them for this. Oh, nope. They got price tags on them. Are graded games still popular? I know they were like the thing during COVID for some reason. And now I don't think anybody cares as much. Graded systems. They got the Smash Bros systems. I would love to, at some point before I die, own the red one. Some point before I die. I always thought that was the coolest system ever when I saw it as a kid. And then we got more stuff over here. Wrestling. Conquer. What? They have a Conquer plush that's worth $1,000? Wow. That's... wow, okay. And then they have a Sega Dreamcast kiosk right here. My good friend Technology would probably be going crazy. I got to send a photo of him, or of this to him. Nintendo Game Boy sign. And we're not going to show too much of this, but they got vinyls. So they got like everything you can imagine up here. And of course, they got Blu-ray movies over there. That's crazy. Okay, so through the cards, we found that they do have some NES games right here. Complete in box, higher end games. Pretty cool. That the Mike Tyson Punch Out. One of these days, I will own that. Then you got the Super Nintendo complete in box games. Then they got the higher end NES games. So that we might have shown. They got the Chum-Lee game. I remember when he was at Too Many Games promoting that. And that was interesting that we met Chum-Lee. I think he's actually on the YouTube channel. That's kind of the most random thing that this channel has, if I'm honest. But I think we've seen about everything, at least everything that I want to show on camera. I need to buy these games, and we need to get back on the road. So let's figure out what my total is and see how broke I'm about to be. All right, guys, just got out. In case y'all are curious of how much I spent, it was going to be $270. Then I had the $20 off coupon. I don't know if we talked about that, but they were giving out a coupon. If you spent $100, you would get $20 off. So that was it. That was the store. I did my best to show it because I'm here under like time restrictions right now, just because I got to get back home and edit videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. That store, honestly, was not expecting all that I saw in there. I've heard of this store. I felt like they've not advertised well of everything that they have in there, because there is so much to that store, so much references. That is an incredible store. If the staff is watching this, y'all have an incredible store. The owner, incredible store you got there, amazing. So I got references over here, and I think there might be references on each one of these things now that I'm looking. They got ones actually for real right here, but if you go Over here you got go-kart parking only. And then they got Batmobile parking only. That's pretty cool. You can tell whoever works at this place, the owner, all that, they care very much about the stuff. So that's really cool. But guys, I have been talking for way too much. I need to get home. 8 hours away. Gotta go. So I've been talking for way too much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out the Twitter, Discord, Instagram, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.